Oh my God, you guys. I am so excited to be here. It's super echoey, empty ass, new house. Also, forgive the yellow lighting. I will be changing that soon because ain't nobody needs yellow lights. It's not good for my complexion. Anyway, I am up against, for extra energetic value, my 108-year-old original chimney fireplace. It's so cool. Like all the lumpy grout. It just makes me so excited. So, and if you hear background noise, it's the dogs. But welcome to the first ever Whimsical Rebel live Q&A. I am so unbelievably excited to bring this to you guys because I know I do the hashtag WRW, the Whimsical Rebellion Wednesdays, on my profile and on Instagram and stuff, and bring you guys experiences and awakenings from my clients and kind of bring that out into the open. But this is different. This is, you are going to be able to ask yourself. This is complimentary people-pleasing addiction coaching. This is complimentary recovery, y'all. Of course, many of you know me. My name is Audrey. I am the Whimsical Rebel, but also so are you if you're in here. So welcome to the revolution, which I think I'm gonna start calling it the Revolution. Do you see the hashtag above? Hashtag Revolution TV. That makes me so excited. Okay, so those of you that know me, and I guess now those of you that don't will now know, those of you that know me know that it is my passion, my lot in life, what I'm so excited to bring to the world as my gift for them. My job is I help people conquer their people-pleasing addiction. And I help them rewrite every area of their life that people-pleasing has had a tight, suffocating grip on. And we just help improve every area of their lives by conquering, going into recovery of their people-pleasing addiction, kicking its ass, and putting themselves first, finally, and conquering that fear mindset that if you don't take care of the world, nobody will. It's okay. You need to take care of you. Put that self-love out there. So I've been having you guys submit your questions to me to be answered live. If you hop on this live, if you catch this live, shoot me a question if you think of one. If you're catching the recording and you think of a question, shoot it to me in a message. We're going to be doing this every Monday and Friday. How exciting is that? So I got so many questions from you guys, and amazingly enough, there must be something in the air right now. Amazingly enough, a lot of you, like probably over 9 of you, had the same 2 questions. Blew my mind. There's a couple others I'm going to put in here that were individual, but some of you had a lot of the same questions. They were worded differently, but I went ahead and kind of put my answer together for all of them and kind of pushed them into one. Now, if I overgeneralized your question and you're like, but that's not really what I was asking, totally cool. Try to reword your question so I can understand it better and just send it to me again and I'll feature it on Monday. Does that work for you? Tits? Okay, I have notes because y'all know I get excited and I ramble. So I have notes about these questions. There's gonna be 3 today with a bonus question, because I died when I got it. I laughed so hard, and if they're thinking it, someone else is too. So we're gonna cover it. Here we go. So the first ever question for our Revolution TV live Q&A, people pleasing recovery in the Whimsical Rebel. Our very first question. This is one of the ones that I put tons of questions together into this one question. What is feminine energy? How can I harness it? And how do I apply it in all areas of my life? I felt like I was hugging each and every one of you the more of this same question that I kept getting in my inbox. Because clearly, sorry, I hear rain really loud and I'm like, all of a sudden, like, is water pouring out of something? Thin windows. The fact that this is an overwhelming thought right now, that it's like a living vibration through all of you right now, just like it gave me goosebumps, and it made me like, oh, I'm so glad to be a woman right now. So I get excited talking about this stuff because it's stuff that not only have I done a lot of my own work in, but it's stuff that I'm discovering shit about every day. And anything where I can learn too makes me even that more jazzed. So, did I say jazzed? Yes, I did. Jazzed. So, I'm going to go through and try and cover this as best as I can. Basically, I'm going to first describe to you hi, Jessica! So Jessica, we're about to go over, I guess I probably shouldn't repeat myself for the replay, but anyway, we're going over the first question, which is, what is feminine energy? How do I harness feminine energy? And how do I apply it in all areas of my life? So, I'm going to go ahead and break down for you guys the two different hemispheres of our brain. We have a masculine hemisphere and we have a feminine hemisphere. There are a lot of different methodologies and ways to describe these different hemispheres, but I love the concept of claiming one as feminine and one as masculine for these reasons. I wrote it down really clearly here so I don't ramble, because it was just such a burst of a thought. But not only does feminine and masculine really support the description of their jobs, because our masculine hemisphere is all about like black and white tasks, do the thing, see the straight line, know what the ending point is, know what the goal is, goal oriented. Like it is just that it's the masculine hemisphere. It's like these things are this way and this is how they should be done. The feminine hemisphere is abstract thought. It is creativity. It is empathy. It's all of those things, all of those swirling, beautiful, unicorn glitter things. And the masculine side is like a nice, crisp, sexy suit. So knowing that, I like the feminine and masculine descriptor words because it describes them so well, and not like trying to like pigeonhole sexes and their roles. It's not what I'm doing. I'll get into that. But it just describes them so well. And because of that, because it describes them so well, it makes it really awesome and easy for us to carry a deeper understanding for the opposite sex in our day-to-day life. Which if we can do anything that helps us do that, like, yes, please, more please, right? Like, it's fucking duh. So, doing that, see, I do ramble myself already. I get so excited. I'm like, squirrel. So, blah, 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 anything that can help us carry the imagery of heart. See, I wrote it so pretty. Let me read it how I wrote it. Basically, the idea is that feminine and masculine energies oppose each other. And assuming them as feminine and masculine, assuming those descriptor words for them can be so freeing because they do not oppose each other. This was important, and I was going to miss this because I didn't read it off my fucking thing. It's important to know that they don't oppose each other. They want to live in harmony together, the masculine and the feminine. It's not like one is trying to like shush the other, or one is trying to like nag the other, like I did that. But they literally do want to work in harmony. That's why they're both there. That's why you have access to both of them. But because of the way certain people are brought up, because of life experiences, because of the bullshit stories that we buy, it gets lost. One gets super muffled. And just depending, and they really do just want to work in harmony. So if we see these hemispheres and energies as masculine and feminine, it helps us carry that imagery of harmony into all aspects of our existence when we're dealing with and trying to understand the opposite sex. Such a wordsmith, I swear to God. But then when I get excited and it comes out all so that's amazing, right? Like that already feels so good. So masculine and feminine energies. So those are the hemispheres, masculine and feminine hemispheres. The energies, masculine and feminine energy, everyone, no matter what sex they identify with or what genitals they have, everyone has both sets of energy. Now, you will know if you are a more feminine or masculine person. And if you are a more feminine person, and not like I'm super like not like feminine, but I carry feminine energy. That's mine. That's my shit. That's my energy. So if you're a feminine being, then harnessing your feminine energy is what's going to do the best for you in life and what's going to help you find harmony with the masculine side. And if you're masculine, then like harnessing that energy, like it's super important. This is all about people pleasing recovery. all about embracing and loving yourself so hard that it just fucking takes care of everything around it. So, important to know, to clarify, feminine energy is radiated by anyone who identifies as a woman. You don't even gotta have a vagina. Like anyone that identifies as a woman, they radiate feminine energy, period. And the same goes for masculine. If you identify as a masculine person, if you identify as a male, you're going to resonate and radiate masculine energy. And that needs to be embraced. So the strength in, I'll hold this up, it might just be easier. The strength in the energy. So talking about wanting to be able to harness it. All right, hopefully that's UPS and I'm not getting up because Darren has a key. Thanks. The strength in feminine energy, what the actual thing that you want to harness is the same strength that is in your feminine hemisphere. So the strengths of feminine energy are empathy. Empathy is not a curse. Empathy is a fucking gift. But harnessing it is what makes you use it as a gift and not get drowned by a curse. Empathy, creativity, abstract thought, all of these things are the strengths of feminine energy. So to harness these strengths and in turn find a deeper sense of self-love and understanding and forgiveness for yourself, you need to dive the fuck in. I didn't write that, but you need to dive the fuck in with zero judgment for yourself. So now we're getting into, or I talked about what feminine energy is. Now we're going to get into how to harness that shit. So the two things, and obviously I'm generalizing and reducing for this video's purpose, but the two things. One, sexuality. Two is your self-worth. I want to dive into those because I feel like just saying those words is kind of like, thanks, heard it a million times before, it doesn't fucking help me. So, sexuality. I want to be clear that being a sexual person does not mean that you have like oneness with your sexuality. That's not what that means. Being someone with like tons of kinkiness does not mean that you have a oneness with your sexuality, that you are existing in alignment with your sexuality and integrity with your sexuality. It's not what that means. Vanilla love can be just the best thing for your life if vanilla love is what's in alignment with your sexuality. So basically just remember that like education and experience does not equal enlightenment. That's really true in every area of our lives. Take that with you. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my ass. Yes, experience and education does not equal enlightenment. Perfect. And remember that. So this isn't about like how much sex you have or how much you love having sex. Because remember, like sex can be a coping mechanism for people. When they're so detached from themselves that they just want to like check out, sometimes that's what people do. It doesn't mean you have to be like sexually shut off to need to do sexuality work. Okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. For sexuality, for you to dive into that for yourself, you need to empower your sexual experience. Okay? Just like the foundation of people-pleasing recovery, you have to find your solid, unfucking shit, like unfuckwithable, unshakable trust in the process. The process being putting yourself first. The process being loving yourself first and fully encompassing and fully achieving, like implementing, seeking out, and achieving what you need first. Okay? Trusting that process, knowing that loving yourself is what's going to make you love others better. Because people pleasers get wrapped up in this mindset, and not just people pleasers, people that are out of alignment with their sexuality, they get stuck in this idea, and not just sexuality, everything, you're stuck in this idea that if they don't take care of people, no one will. So trying to trust in the fact of if I become selfish and put myself first and make sure that I am taken care of no matter what, my God, like if I do that, then I'm actually abandoning other people. Hell no, hell no. It's all about fully embracing, being unfuckwithable, unshakable in your knowledge that making sure you are taken care of is what's going to make you take care of others better, okay? This is fundamental in your sexual awakening, in your alignment with your sexuality, knowing this. And that is because, and I wrote it very well here, hold on. Hold on. Oh, I already said that part. So let me see where I wrote it really well. So, the alignment with your sexuality, the empowerment in your sexual experience is going to come from you not just knowing, not just discovering, feeling. Knowing in your heart, feeling in your intuition, feeling in your self-love chamber, knowing and feeling the difference between I do this, I take care of them, I turn them on because taking care of them and seeing them turned on turns me on, that thought pattern, the difference between that and this is what turns me on. So many people, and this used to be me too, so many people, hey everybody, hey Nicole, hey Armand, oh, I don't know. So, I did see a request to hop on, but this isn't gonna be a picture-in-picture thing. So, what was I saying? So yeah, knowing the difference, because so many people, and this used to be me, so many people are like, they mistake a nurturing pattern of it turn like super basement level. It turns me on to suck his dick because I see how turned on he is that I'm sucking his dick, so that turns me on. There's a difference. There's a difference between being a generous lover and being at one and aligned with your sexuality. There's nothing wrong with being a generous lover, but mistaking that for I know what turns me on, huge fucking difference. Huge fucking difference. Okay? So that's and a really important point. I didn't write this down. And this is gonna creep y'all out, but maybe it should. All right, to get the difference, maybe it should creep you out. The energy of mistaking generous love, mistaking it for that when really it's your caretaking pattern, it's your people pleasing pattern, it's your wanting to take care of others in order to feel worthy of being taken care of. That energy is mom energy. Bitch, don't bring mother hen energy into the bed. Do you think your partner wants to fuck you or your mom? Okay. So know this, all right? You need to bring your energy, this is what I like. And this doesn't mean you have to be like a really pushy lover. It's not about that. It's about being in alignment with your sexuality so you don't rely on that mother hen energy that you use to get you through every day. Okay? So moving on. For sexuality, I'm going to close up the sexuality part of it by letting you know, go watch, there's a YouTube channel, it's free, Layla Martin, Layla Martin, Martin. She has her own YouTube channel. She's fucking amazing. I'm not a sexual healer, but she is by far my favorite. She goes over literally everything, like anything you could ever want to know. Amazing. So I would start, if you're like needing a sexual awakening and needing to tap into your sexuality and alignment, dive in her YouTube channel. She is phenomenal. So let's move on. So the part 2 of harnessing your feminine energy, sexuality, part 2 is self-worth. Okay, how are we gonna do that? Everyone's like knowing that you're worthy and self-worth. If it was as easy as know your worth, bitch, like none of us would have a fucking problem in life. So it's not that easy. So I'm gonna give you 2 resources, and after these videos I am gonna put links in the comments, okay? But I'm gonna refer you to 2 videos. They're actually past Whimsical Rebellion Wednesdays if you missed them. If not, watch them again now that you know it connects to this. Even if you're not a people pleaser. Because people that are feminine, like we mentioned before, they follow their empathic feminine hemisphere in that energy. Anyone that's an empath has like a 90% likelihood of being a people pleaser. So these are all things that anyone wanting to harness their feminine energy needs to know. Your self-worth is directly tied into you being in alignment with your childlike needs to be reactionary. So I'm gonna put the link for the video I did last Wednesday, so just a couple days ago. Last week. It is the Show the Fuck Up for Yourself Whimsical Rebellion Wednesday. It's going to talk all about how you need to stand in your integrity and be heard and be reactionary and stop trying to be the coach and the teacher and the mother hen. And this is anything where you are taking in, being confronted by, or being approached with negative things. Not necessarily bad, but anything that elicits negative energy in you. It could be like the way someone's talking. It could be like you don't like the types of jokes they're telling, like whatever it is. Something that makes you go, that is being kind of bombarded by negative energy. So your self-worth in being reactionary, showing the fuck up for yourself. And it would take me way too long to go over that. We have other questions to get to, so I'm going to tag that video for you. The other part of it is not just showing up for yourself, but for how to embrace when you're being bombarded with positive energy. Like when there's so many opportunities and like how can you use the good stuff to propel yourself forward? That is going to come from listening, learning to listen, to absorb, not just hear, but implement, use up and toss out and move on your passion poles. Y'all hear me talk about them all the time. Your passion poles, your muses. This is your inner navigation. This is your inner navigation telling you what's going to be the thing that's going to put you into alignment and push you forward in life. That is what a passion pole is. So many things regarding passion poles and how to not overcommit to them, how to hear them, how to follow them, how to live your life in passion and moving forward in momentum. That is a separate Whimsical Rebellion Wednesday. It's from a few weeks back. I will tag you guys in that as well. But it's all about how to, I think it's the power of giving up. But it's all about how to harness passion poles. So, sorry, he barks. So, there it is. That's the feminine energy question. I love you all so much for all having asked, oh yay, Darren's home, for all having asked that resounding question. So, all the feminine love and energy out there, I hope that was the answer you were looking for. If not, just reword your question and ask me again. Next question. Next question. Does energy work? I simplified the question, but a ton of you are asking me about chakras and energy work, and because there is a new, I don't say like a rash or a burst, but there is more, it's becoming more in the mainstream for energy workers to be more available. And so more people are discovering these things, kind of like what I do. I mean, there's tons of, there's life coaches, there's business mentors, there's spiritual guides, there's all kinds of things that because of social media, they can put their gifts out there. And also some phonies, but I mean, that's with fucking everything, right? But being asked specifically how to go about getting help with your energy, and specifically chakra cleansing workshops and courses. So it's probably not going to be the answer you want to hear, but it is the nuts and bolts truth of it. You have to listen to your intuition and follow your passion poles and listen to your gut. These are the things that we can't ever promise that we're not going to be taken advantage of, or we're not going to invest our time and energy in something that might not end up working for us. But here is how you can trust that you're literally doing everything in your power to go on the right path, to choose the right person, to follow the right modality. Speaking of modalities, there's so many different modalities for these things. Because of how everything has not evolved, like gotten better, but like how everything has flowed through life and how everyone's put their changes and their touches and their experiences on things, just like yoga. It's not all just being taught from where it was developed, you know? It's all been morphed and changed and has had babies, and because there's so many different things for so many different people. So there's so many different modalities for something as not simple, but something as whole as energy work, and something even the concept of chakra work. So you have to know what modality is going to connect with you the best. That's going to be that simple. And then you can start deciding different people that you're kind of looking into, searching out on Facebook or whatever you're doing to find these people. Then you can decide, like, do they follow that modality, or am I open to maybe the modality that they are coming from? It's all about asking questions, asking yourself questions and asking them. Ask all the questions. And here's why. It's not about educating yourself. Because no one's ever going to be able to give you proof. Like, I'm not a sham. This is definitely going to work for you. No one can give you that for anything ever in life. Even if people offer refunds, it's still no guarantee that you're not going to be taken advantage of, or it's not going to be a good fit. So following your intuition and following your passion pulls and asking all the questions, when we open a dialogue, it's not about getting an education. It's not about getting the answers for those questions. It's about creating a back and forth. Opening a dialogue helps you see that other person's energy, and it helps you see if there is a connection there. No matter what answer they're giving you, right? No matter what answer they're giving you, they are letting you know how they project energy. They're letting you know if you guys are connecting at all. So ask all the things. Start a dialogue. Get snoopy. Go looking on their Facebook. Go talking to their clients. Go looking up testimonials. If they have a website, peruse the shit out of it. You know? Anyone that's out here to help someone by revealing their gift, just like me, this is my gift. Helping people through people-pleasing recovery. This kind of information, this kind of projection and permission. This is my gift. And I would never be pissed off if someone wanted to ask me all the things about my gift. So no one's ever going to be like, you're really wasting my time and asking me too many questions. If they do, fuck them. They work for you. So really get in there, start a dialogue, get snoopy, and remember that it's never about hearing the right question or hearing the right answer from your questions. It's about hearing what's behind the answers, seeing if you feel more connected to them or if it's kind of pushing you a little further away. Okay? So that is all I have to say about, does energy healing work? Does energy work? And what about chakra cleansing? So there you guys go. Again, if I didn't answer it well, reword your question, shoot it to me again. I will try again Monday. Oh my God, this is a good one. This is a good one. I only got this from one person, but I know everybody needs to know about this. All you guys that are asking to join the video, I love you so much, and I appreciate your energy and wanting to be part of it. But this is just a one-person thing. If you do have questions for me to do, if we have time, I'll go over them. If not, I will save them for Monday. But yeah, pop them below. If you're watching the recording, let me know where you're watching from and respond as if you're watching live. All right, this question. Jealousy, even to the level of hatred. What to do when you are being taken down by the jelly belly bug for other people's successes in life, which goes part and parcel with being taken down with your own sadness for not being as successful as you wanted to be in whatever area of your life. This is huge. This is huge because the answer is going to be it's going to be so simple, it's going to piss you off. It is all about alignment. Again, it is the foundation of conquering people pleasing, of trusting the process, that putting yourself first and making sure you are fulfilled and taken care of is going to be what helps you take care of the world. Same thing here. Alignment. It's not just a word I'm throwing around. Being in alignment with yourself. Let me clarify. Alignment doesn't mean everything's going right in your world. Alignment doesn't mean that like everything's perfect and all the things that you want to be happening are happening. That's not what that means. Alignment means that you are following your intuition. You are listening to your gut. You are standing in integrity with your health, with your mind, with your body, with your self-love. You are commanding your worth to the world. You are in integrity with your sexuality. You're making sure you're taken care of. You are following your passion pulls. You're living in forward momentum and excitement. Being in alignment. If you are in alignment, you feel success. You feel happiness. You feel gratitude. You feel appreciation for everybody else's success around you, even enemies. You're like, damn, good for her. Go, bitch. All the snaps, right? If you are in alignment. If you're in alignment, you are existing in an abundance mindset. There is enough to go around, and I'm so excited that I get to be part of people bobbing for those apples. And this is for anything, money, love, anything. When you are out of alignment, which is what most people are in, they're out of alignment. When you're out of alignment with yourself, you are living in anxiety. You are, and let me clarify, people in alignment slip in and out all the time. Okay, it's not like we just let this awesome existence and we're never jealous of anyone. No. But I know when I feel jealousy, I'm slipping out of alignment and I need to get my ish together. Why would I even try to blurb ish? Get my shit together. So when you're out of alignment, you feel jealousy. You feel guilt for not having accomplished certain things. You feel anxiety. You feel mental and physical exhaustion. You live in a lack mindset. There's not enough to go around. Why can't you be that person? Why can't you have gotten what they got? Fuck them for having it. You have been trying harder than them. Like anything. Especially, I mean, it's easy to be jealous of enemies, right? But again, if you're in alignment, let's say enemies, like arch enemies, but people that you just like, whatever, you know what I mean? Them bitches. But if you're in alignment, you actually aren't jealous of them. You're just like, you might not be happy for them because you might be like, well, whatever, dude. But you're not jealous of them. It doesn't even come into your radar because you're like, my life's amazing. And if you're out of alignment, it's just, even the people you love, you can start getting jealous of. Now, when I said that being in alignment doesn't mean that everything's roses, doesn't mean that everything's just like working out and perfect, is because when you're in alignment, you feel successful. You feel successful, which helps build the momentum. It helps keep you living in that clarity to build the momentum to achieve the success, right? Just like a fitness regimen, like when you first start and you start feeling, because you know you're doing the things, you can see yourself doing them, you know you're nailing it. Even before you start losing the weight, even before you start gaining the strength, you feel the changes. You're feeling the success of what you're doing. That's because you're in alignment. And you fall off the wagon, you've fallen out of alignment. Right? Perfect. I'm so glad we had that talk. So the bonus question. Those are the 3 amazing questions that you guys made every morning that I check my phone amazing with. Amazing. This bonus question it was just asked by one person, and I died. I won't say a name because she'd probably be embarrassed me reading this out loud. I have to read it word for word because it's perfect. I know I'm not a people pleaser. I know, capital. Nobody walks over me, LOL. So why am I connecting with every single thing you say? I don't want to be rude. I love when people say that. But I have to wonder if you're not just a great advice giver. And the advice is general, like for everyone, you know? LOL, don't hate me. First of all, I fucking love you. To be able to speak your mind. Yeah, I don't, just by reading this, I don't think you're a people pleaser. But here's what's going on. And I'm so glad that you asked that because a lot of people, I've actually had people come to me that want to work with me one-on-one, but they're like, but I'm not a people pleaser, but I think you can change my life. Here's the reason that happens. Here's the phenomena, why that happens. Even if you're not, and I wrote it all here, but even if you're not a people pleaser, let me create this metaphor. If your life up until this point has been a full deck of cards, meaning the people that you've been surrounded by, raised by, influenced by, has been a full deck of cards, except, not full, just a deck of cards, but it's missing all the queens, hearts, spades, diamonds. What's the other one? Clubs. If your deck of cards that you were surrounded by your entire life was missing the queens, missing the ones that are standing in their alignment, and kings, I guess, because they're kings. We were talking about feminine energy today. So queens, that means that you were surrounded by the methodology of people pleasing. So because you may have had people that you looked up to, like queens in your life, but not enough to overshadow the resounding people pleasing methodology you were brought up with, you were surrounded by, whatever. This could be anything. Even if your parents weren't people pleasers, but like a lot of your friends were, coworkers, like whatever. It means that you have been drowned in people pleasing culture. you have been drowned in people-pleasing methodology. This means that you're already a fucking rebel, first of all. And congratulations. Snaps. Like, there you go. 4-fingered snaps for you, bitch, because you are already a rebel. You've been rebelling your whole life. You just haven't known what against. But what you've, like, if you're connecting with everything I'm saying and what I'm giving you is giving you aha moments, it's because you're finally feeling supported in your rebellion. You're finally feeling like someone gets what you've been fighting against your whole life. You haven't allowed yourself to be a people pleaser, but you've been living in and surrounded by all the wrong methodology, which is why you've been fighting to be like, nah, nobody walks over me. I say exactly what I fucking mean when I fucking say it. You're already the rebel, but you've been existing in everyone else's shit. You've been existing in everyone else's bullshit story and constantly fighting your way to not let it affect you. That's why you're connecting with everything I'm saying. And we can abso-fucking-lutely still work together. We just won't work on fixing people-pleasing addiction because you don't have that, but we'll be working on creating more of those moments that give you goosebumps, make you feel good when you're listening to me speak, because why that feels good is not just a support for the rebellion you've been living in, but it's because we are unhooking all of these attachments and clearing out all of these bullshit stories that you've been surrounded by. So it's kind of like you knew people pleasing was bullshit and you knew the tired ass stories you've been surrounded by were bullshit and it gave you something to rebel against, but that doesn't mean that you ever heard the opposing, but it doesn't mean you ever heard, let's see, what was the word that I wrote? Alternate. Why couldn't I think of that word? It doesn't mean that you've ever heard the alternate mindsets and perspective shifts. Like you knew something else was out there, but no one's been speaking it to you. So we can absolutely work together so that I can speak it to you so that you can help clear up everything around you. Because it gets damn tired just being a rebel surrounded by shit, right? So we can start cleaning up everything, all the outside impacts in your life to make everything cohesive and help you stand in integrity and be surrounded by the right kind of support. I would love to work with you. Or you can just keep sending me these amazing questions because they're helping everyone. Those are the questions for today, guys. I am loving this. Like, I'm loving it. I can't wait for the rest of you to pop on, watch the recording. If you have any questions that you would like me to answer, we're doing this every Monday and Friday. Again, clearly by this last question, you don't have to be a people pleaser to get my help. And you don't have to understand people pleasing to ask questions. So just shoot me a message. And I was telling people that if they want to be anonymous to let me know, but I think I'm just not gonna mention names anyway, because like, why? You know, if you're excited that I mentioned your question and you want to shout yourself out, cool. So we'll just simplify things. Send me a message with your question for it to be featured on Mondays. #RevolutionTV live Q&A. If you guys liked the shit in this video, this is a public group, share it. Share it on your page. If you think it'll help someone else, share it on your page. If you know a people pleaser, share it on your page. I love you guys so much. You've made my Friday incredible.